Welcome to another episode of Thailand Truth Talks. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. While everyone's obsessing over Phuket's beaches, Pattaya's nightlife, or Chiang Mai's digital nomad scene, there's a quiet revolution happening in a seaside town that's about to become Thailand's most coveted retirement destination. And if you're not paying attention to Hua Hin right now, you're missing what could be the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm walking through the streets of Hua Hin as we speak, and what I'm seeing here isn't just another Thai beach town trying to attract foreigners with cheap beer and massage parlors. No, this is something entirely different. This is a city in transformation, a place that's literally rewriting its own future as we watch. And the numbers I'm about to share with you prove that this isn't just another expat fantasy. It's a calculated investment in your future that could save you hundreds of thousands of US dollars while giving you a quality of life that most people only dream about. Here's what nobody else is telling you. Hua Hin just got upgraded to city status in 2025. You know what that means? Government funding, infrastructure development, a complete transformation from a sleepy beach town to a modern city that still somehow maintains its soul. The municipality is expanding from 87 to 327 square kilometers. That's not just growth. That's a complete reimagining of what this place can become. But let's start with the elephant in the room. Why should you even care about Hua Hin when we got all these other options in Thailand? Well, grab a coffee and settle in, because what I'm about to reveal might completely change how you think about retirement in Southeast Asia. You see, there's a massive shift happening in Thailand's expat landscape right now. The old guard retirement spots, they're becoming victims of their own success. Phuket, overpriced and overcrowded. Pattaya, let's just say it's not exactly where you want to bring your grandchildren for a visit. Bangkok, great for a weekend, exhausting for a lifetime. Chiang Mai, beautiful, but that air quality from February to April, it's literally hazardous to your health. And then there's Hua Hin, a place that somehow managed to stay under the radar while quietly building exactly what retirees actually want, not what tourism boards think they want. Let me paint you a picture of what's actually happening here. The Hua Hin airport, scratch that. It's now called the Hua Hin International Airport, is getting a massive upgrade. By the end of 2025, early 2026 at the latest, this sleepy domestic terminal becomes an international gateway. The runways being extended, the terminals being rebuilt, and suddenly, your friends and family can fly directly here without the exhausting Bangkok connection. The airport handled over 75,000 passengers in 2024 alone, and that's before the international upgrade even kicks in. But here's where it gets really interesting. Remember that high-speed rail everyone's been talking about for years? The Bangkok to Hua Hin line? Well, the environmental impact assessment is done. The planning's complete. And while construction hasn't started yet, the fact that it's this far along means something significant. The government is serious about making Hua Hin accessible. When that train starts running, you're looking at getting to Bangkok in under an hour. Think about that. World-class medical facilities, international shopping, urban conveniences, all just a comfortable train ride away. But you get to come home to peaceful beaches and clean air. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds expensive. New infrastructure, international airport, city status. Surely the cost of living must be skyrocketing, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. And this is where the data gets really interesting. According to the latest 2025 figures, you can live comfortably in Hua Hin on 50,000 to 80,000 baht per month. That's roughly 1,400 US dollars to 2,300 US dollars. But let me break this down for you in real terms, because these aren't just numbers on a spreadsheet. This is your actual life we're talking about. A one-bedroom apartment in a decent area, you're looking at 400 to 600 US dollars a month. One two bedrooms, maybe 500 to 800 US dollars. But here's the thing. These aren't cramped studio apartments above a 7-Eleven. These are proper condos with pools, gyms, security, and often with at least partial sea views. I know couples here living in absolute comfort, and I mean proper comfort, not backpacker comfort, on 2,000 US dollars a month total. Some are doing it for less. Your electricity, water, and internet combined, about 100 to 150 US dollars monthly. That's with air conditioning running as much as you want. Because, let's face it, nobody's moving to Thailand to sweat through their retirement. Groceries? If you shop smart and mix local markets with the occasional international supermarket run, you're looking at around $200 per month per person. And that's eating well, not surviving on instant noodles. But here's what really matters: healthcare. Because, let's be honest, when you're looking at retirement destinations, healthcare isn't just important, it's everything. And this is where Hua Hin absolutely destroys the competition. Bangkok Hospital Hua Hin isn't just good, it's exceptional. We're talking Joint Commission International Accreditation, English-speaking staff, and medical technology that rivals anything you'd find in Western countries. Recent surveys show that 84% of expats rate Hua Hin's healthcare as very good to excellent. That's not just satisfaction, that's peace of mind. And the costs? A comprehensive health checkup that will cost you $3,000 in the US. Here, it's maybe $300. Need to see a specialist? You're looking at $30 to $50 for the consultation. Even complex procedures cost a fraction of what they would back home. I know someone who had a hip replacement here. Total cost, including the hospital stay, was less than his deductible would have been in the States. But Hua Hin has something that goes beyond just medical facilities. There's a new development they're calling the Happiness Center. It sounds like marketing fluff, but it's actually a comprehensive wellness facility focused on preventative care and healthy aging. They're not just treating illness, they're actively helping you stay healthy. Combined with the year-round warm weather that's easy on aging joints and the sea air that actually helps with respiratory issues, you're looking at a place that's literally designed to help you live longer and better. Now, let's talk about the expat community, because this is where Hua Hin really sets itself apart from places like Pattaya or even Phuket. The average expat in Hua Hin is between 55 and 80 years old, usually part of a couple. And here's the crucial part. They're here for quality of life, not to party themselves into oblivion. This creates what locals call the village atmosphere. Walk into any coffee shop or restaurant favored by expats, and within a week, people know your name. There's a genuine community here, not just a collection of strangers who happen to speak the same language. The Hua Hin Expat Club organizes regular meetups, charity events, and social gatherings. There are golf groups, tennis clubs, bridge circles, volunteer organizations. Whatever your interest, there's probably a group for it. And unlike Pattaya, where the expat scene can feel, let's say, somewhat one-dimensional, Hua Hin attracts a diverse crowd: retired teachers, engineers, healthcare workers, business owners, people with stories, experiences, and interest beyond the nearest bar. The demographic here skews towards couples and families, which creates a completely different social dynamic than you'll find in Thailand's party towns. Safety? This is huge, and it's something that doesn't get talked about enough. In recent surveys, safety and security received the highest satisfaction scores from Hua Hin expats. We're not talking about gated communities with armed guards. We're talking about a place where You can walk the streets at night without constantly looking over your shoulder, where your biggest concern is remembering which night market has the best mango sticky rice, not whether it's safe to carry your iPhone. The local Thai population here is remarkably welcoming to foreigners, unlike some tourist hotspots where locals are frankly sick of dealing with drunk tourists. Hua Hin maintains that genuine Thai hospitality. Shop owners remember your preferences. Restaurant staff greet you by name. And there's a mutual respect between locals and expats that's increasingly rare in overdeveloped tourist areas. But let's address the elephant in the room. What about the negatives? Because every place has them, and anyone who tells you otherwise is selling you something. First, the traffic. As Hua Hin grows, traffic management hasn't quite kept pace. During high season, the main roads can get congested, especially on weekends when Bangkokians come down for beach getaways. But here's the thing, they're actively addressing this. New roads parallel to the railway are being built. Traffic flow improvements are underway. And the city's expansion means new areas are being developed with better planning from the start. Second, the seasonal haze. From February to April, agricultural burning in neighboring countries can affect air quality. But, and this is important, it's nowhere near as bad as Chiang Mai or even Bangkok during the same period. The sea breeze helps clear the air, and most days are still perfectly fine. Plus, many expats simply plan trips during these months, using it as an excuse to explore other parts of Thailand or Southeast Asia. Now, let's talk about something that nobody else is discussing, the investment potential. Because retirement isn't just about spending money, it's about making smart financial decisions that protect and grow your wealth. Property prices in Hua Hin are still reasonable, especially compared to Phuket or prime Bangkok locations. You can buy a decent two-bedroom condo for under 150,000 US dollars. And if you're willing to go a bit inland, that price drops significantly. But here's the thing, with the airport going international and the high-speed rail coming, property values are poised to increase substantially. You're not just buying a retirement home, you're making an investment that could appreciate significantly over the next 5 to 10 years. The rental market is strong too. If you buy a property and decide to travel for a few months, you can easily rent it out to tourists or other expats. Many retirees here essentially live for free by buying 2 units, living in one and renting out the other. Try doing that in your current city and see how far you get. Let me share something that really opened my eyes. I was talking to a couple from California last week. They sold their modest 3-bedroom house in the suburbs for 850,000 US dollars. After capital gains tax, they had about 700,000. They bought a beautiful sea view condo here for 180,000 US dollars. Put 300,000 into conservative investments yielding 5% annually, and kept the rest as an emergency fund. Their investment income alone, 15,000 US dollars per year, covers most of their living expenses here. They're essentially living for free while their principal remains untouched. Meanwhile, their friends back home are still working into their 70s just to afford property taxes and health insurance. Who made the smarter choice? But it's not just about the money. It's about what that money buys you. In Hua Hin, you're not sacrificing quality for affordability. The restaurants here are incredible. From street food that'll ruin you for Thai food anywhere else, to high-end establishments that rival anything in Bangkok. The wine scene is surprisingly sophisticated, with several excellent wine bars and even a few small vineyards in the nearby hills. The cultural offerings are impressive too. The Hua Hin Arts and Crafts Center, the Cicada Weekend Market with its artisan goods and live music, regular jazz festivals, and even a developing contemporary art scene. This isn't some cultural wasteland where Your only entertainment option is watching CNN at a sports bar. Golf? Hua Hin is literally Thailand's golf capital. There are 8 championship courses within a 30-minute drive, including Black Mountain, voted Asia's best golf course multiple times. Green fees that would cost $200 in the US. Here they're 50 to 80 US dollars, including caddy. I know retirees who play 3 times a week and spend less on golf than they used to spend on their monthly country club membership back home. The beaches deserve their own discussion. Unlike Pattaya's somewhat questionable waters or Phuket's increasingly crowded shores, Hua Hin's beaches remain relatively pristine. The main beach stretches for miles, perfect for morning walks or evening strolls. Khao Takyap Beach offers a quieter alternative, while Pramburi Beach, just 20 minutes south, feels like your own private paradise. And here's something unique. Hua Hin has seasons, but not the kind that'll freeze your bones or require you to shovel snow. The cool season from November to February sees temperatures in the comfortable 70s and 80s Fahrenheit. The hot season from March to May gets warmer, sure, but that sea breeze makes it manageable. The rainy season from June to October, it's not the monsoon nightmare you might imagine. Usually, you get an afternoon shower that cools everything down, then it's back to sunshine. The food scene alone could be reason enough to move here. Fresh seafood daily. I'm talking prawns the size of your hand, fish that was swimming that morning, crab that actually tastes like crab is supposed to taste. The local markets are incredible. Tropical fruits you've never even heard of, let alone tasted. Mangoes that'll make you wonder what that thing you've been buying out at Whole Foods actually was. And the cost? You can buy a week's worth of fresh produce for what you'd spend on a single organic salad back home. But here's what really sets Hua Hin apart from other retirement destinations in Thailand. It's got a royal approval. The Thai royal family has maintained a summer palace here since the 1920s. You know what that means? Infrastructure gets maintained, development is controlled, and there's a level of prestige that keeps the worst elements of overdevelopment at bay. This isn't going to turn into another Pattaya. The powers that be won't let it. The visa situation is another huge advantage that's often overlooked. Thailand's retirement visa system is actually one of the most straightforward in Southeast Asia. If you're over 50, you can get a retirement visa by showing either 800,000 baht, about 23,000 US dollars in a Thai bank account, or monthly income of 65,000 baht, about 1,900 US dollars. Compare that to places like Malaysia or the Philippines with their constantly changing requirements, and Thailand starts looking even better. But here's a pro tip that most people don't know. Hua Hin has one of the most efficient immigration offices in Thailand. While expats in Bangkok or Phuket complains about spending entire days dealing with visa renewals, here is that usually in and out in an hour or two. The staff actually speaks English. The air conditioning works. And they've even got a coffee shop. It's these little things that makes a huge difference in your day-to-day life. Let's talk about connectivity, because in 2025, being retired doesn't mean being disconnected. Hua Hin has excellent internet infrastructure. Fiber optic is available in most areas, with speeds that put many Western cities to shame. 1 gigabyte fiber, about 30 US dollars a month. This means you can video call the grandkid, stream whatever you want, and even run an online business if retirement gets too boring. The digital infrastructure extends beyond just internet. Banking apps, food delivery, ride sharing, it all works here. You can order groceries from your phone and have them delivered within hours. Need to send money internationally? Do it from your couch. Want authentic Italian ingredients for dinner? There's probably an app for that. But here's something that might surprise you. Hua Hin is becoming a wellness destination. Not in the overpriced spa retreat way, but in a genuine, accessible, healthy way. There are yoga studios offering classes for all levels, including specific programs for seniors, Muay Thai gyms that offer fitness programs adapted for older practitioners, beach volleyball groups, cycling clubs, swimming groups. Staying active here isn't just easy, it's enjoyable. The traditional Thai massage parlors, and I mean the legitimate therapeutic ones, are everywhere. An hour long traditional Thai massage that would cost 150 US dollars in the US, here it's $10 to $15. Many retirees get massages 2 or 3 times a week. It's not luxury, it's just life. And the health benefits for aging bodies are immense. Let's address a concern I hear often. What about when you get really old? What about assisted living or long term care? Well, Thailand is ahead of the curve here too. There are several high quality assisted living facilities in and around Hua Hin, staffed by trained nurses and caregivers. The cost? A fraction of what you'd pay in the West. We're talking 2,000 to 3,000 per month for care that would cost 8,000 to 12,000 US dollars in the US. Some expats actually move here specifically for the affordable long-term care options. The social infrastructure for seniors is impressive too. Rotary clubs, volunteer organizations, charity groups. There are countless ways to stay engaged and give back to the community. Many expats teach English at local schools, help with community development projects, or work with local charities. It's not just about taking from Thailand, it's about contributing to your new home. And here's something nobody talks about: the convenience factor. Hua Hin has 7 international standard hospitals and medical centers, 5 major shopping centers, including Blueport and Market Village, countless mini-marts open 24/7, international schools if you're bringing grandkids for extended stays. Everything you need is here, but without the overwhelming chaos of a major city. The environmental consciousness is growing too. Solar panels are becoming common, recycling programs are expanding, and there's a genuine effort to maintain the natural beauty that makes Hua Hin special. This isn't some concrete jungle in the making. It's a city learning to grow sustainably. Now, let's get really practical. What does a typical day look like for a retiree in Hua Hin? Wake up to sunshine pretty much year round. Maybe start with a beach walk. The sand is firm at low tide, perfect for walking without killing your knees. Breakfast at your favorite cafe. Fresh fruit, good coffee, maybe some eggs and toast. All for about $3 US. Late morning might be golf, tennis, or a swim in your condo pool. Lunch at a local restaurant, authentic Thai food that costs less than a McDonald's meal back home. Afternoons are perfect for a siesta, reading by the pool, or exploring one of the many temples or cultural sites. Evenings are magical here. The temperature drops to perfect comfort levels. Maybe you're at a beach restaurant, feet in the sand, watching the sunset while eating grilled seafood that was caught that morning. Or perhaps you're at the night market, browsing local crafts and sampling street food that's both delicious and safe. Hua Hin has some of the highest food safety standards in Thailand. The expat social scene is active but not overwhelming. Tuesday might be quiz night at a British pub. Thursday could be the expat club meeting. Saturday morning is the cicada weekend market. But you're never obligated. If you want solitude, it's easy to find. If you want society, it's always available. Here's what's really happening though. The recent survey data is mind-blowing. 83.8% of expats in Hua Hin plan to stay here permanently. That's not just satisfaction, that's commitment. When asked about alternative destinations, virtually nobody mentioned another Thai city as a potential move. These aren't tourists or digital nomads passing through. These are people who've found their forever home. The infrastructure improvements underway are staggering. New roads, upgraded drainage systems to prevent flooding, additional CCTV cameras for security, LED street lighting throughout the city. They're even building a dedicated disaster prevention and mitigation building. This isn't just a development, it's smart development. But here's the thing, Hua Hin is developing its own unique identity. It's not trying to be the next Phuket or Pattaya. It's becoming something entirely its own. A modern city that maintains Thai charm. A beach destination that's about lifestyle rather than parties. A retirement haven that doesn't feel like a retirement home. The cultural respect here is remarkable. Unlike some expat destinations where foreigners live in a bubble, Hua Hin encourages integration. Many expats learn Thai, participate in local festivals, and develop genuine friendships with their Thai neighbors. It's not about creating a Western enclave, it's about becoming part of a community. Let's talk economics for a moment. Your retirement dollar goes incredibly far here, but it's not just about stretching money, it's about value. When you can afford a housekeeper, a gardener, regular massages, golf multiple times a week, dining out whenever you want, you're not just surviving retirement, you're thriving in it. Climate change is a concern everywhere, but Hua Hin is relatively protected. It's not in a major typhoon path. Flooding is manageable and improving with new infrastructure, and the elevation is sufficient to not worry about sea level rise in our lifetime. Compare that to Florida or other coastal retirement spots, and Hua Hin looks increasingly attractive. The pace of development is perfect, fast enough to bring improvements, slow enough to maintain character. They're not throwing up high rises willy-nilly. Development is controlled, thoughtful, and aimed at improving quality of life rather than just maximizing profit. Transportation options are excellent and improving. The local songkyaos, shared trucks, are cheap and plentiful. Grab and Bolt ride sharing work perfectly here. Many expats buy scooters or small cars. Traffic is manageable enough that driving isn't the nightmare it is in Bangkok. Or just walk. The city is surprisingly walkable, especially in the cooler months. Here's something fascinating. Hua Hin has seasons within seasons. The jellyfish season, a few weeks in rainy season when swimming isn't advisable. The windy season, great for kitesurfing. The festival season, when cultural events seem nonstop. It keeps life interesting, gives rhythm to the year, makes you feel connected to natural cycles in a way that climate-controlled Western life often doesn't. The business opportunities for enterprising retirees are substantial too. Many expats run small businesses, restaurants, bars, tour companies, online ventures. The regulations are navigable. The startup costs are low, and the potential customer base between tourists and expats are substantial. Retirement doesn't have to mean stopping work. It can mean finally doing what you love. Let me paint you the bigger picture. Thailand's demographic shift means they need expat retirees. You're not just tolerated here, you're welcomed. Your spending supports local businesses. Your presence brings international perspectives. And your choice to retire here is seen as a vote of confidence in Thailand's future. The learning opportunities are endless. Thai cooking classes, language lessons, meditation retreats, traditional craft workshops. Retirement here isn't about winding down. It's about finally having time to explore interests you never had time for during your working years. The respect for seniors in Thai culture is profound. You're not invisible here like aging people often feel in Western societies. Age brings respect. Wisdom is valued. And there is a place for you in the social fabric that goes beyond your bank account. But here's what seals the deal for me. The intangibles. The smile from the fruit vendor that knows exactly how you like your mango cut. The sunset that still takes your breath away after seeing it 100 of times. The friend you make at the coffee shop who become your golf buddy, then your confidant. The sense that you're not just living in Thailand, you're living a life that matters. This recent upgrade to city status, it's a game changer that nobody's fully grasped yet. It means Hua Hin now has the budget and authority to make massive improvements. The expansion from 87 to 327 square kilometers means room to grow without overcrowding. The incorporation of Tap Thai and Hin Lek Phai areas brings new development opportunities while preserving the classic Hua Hin charm. We're at an inflection point. In 5 years, Hua Hin will be a very different place. International airport, possibly high-speed rail, upgraded infrastructure, expanded services. But right now, you can still get in before the rush, before prices spike, before it becomes the next Phuket. The window is closing though. Property prices are starting to climb. The best condo units are selling faster. The hidden gem restaurants are getting discovered. The secret beaches are becoming less secret. This is still paradise, but it won't stay hidden much longer. Here's my prediction. By 2030, Hua Hin will be recognized as Thailand's premium retirement destination. Not the cheapest, not the wildest, but the best balanced, offering quality of life, value for money, healthcare excellence, and community connection that nowhere else in Thailand can match. The survey data backs this up. When expats were asked what improvements they'd like to see, the list was surprisingly short. Better traffic management, some air quality improvements during burning season, more cultural events. Nobody's asking for fundamental changes because the fundamentals are already right. So here's the bottom line, the truth nobody else is telling you. While everyone else is fighting crowds in Phuket, dealing with chaos in Pattaya, or struggling with pollution in Chiang Mai, Hua Hin is quietly becoming exactly what smart retirees actually want. Not promise, not potential, but actual delivery of a lifestyle that makes sense financially, physically, and emotionally. The math is simple. Lower costs, better healthcare, stronger community, improving infrastructure, royal endorsement, perfect climate, excellent food, genuine culture, and a future that's bright, but not blinding. Add it all up, and Hua Hin isn't just a good choice. It might be the only choice that makes complete sense. But don't just take my word for it. Look at the evidence. The 83.8% who plan to stay forever. The infrastructure investments pouring in. The international airport upgrade. The city status approval. The survey results showing massive satisfaction across every metric that matters. This isn't speculation. It's documentation of a transformation already underway. You can wait, watch, wonder what might have been. Or you can recognize what's happening here and act while the opportunity exists. Because in 5 years, when Hua Hin is on every retirement magazine cover, when property prices have doubled, when the international airport is running full capacity, you'll either be living the dream or still dreaming about living. The choice, as always, is yours. But now you know the truth about Hua Hin. The question isn't whether it's Thailand's best retirement destination. The question is whether you're ready to grab this opportunity while it still exists. Welcome to Hua Hin, where retirement isn't an ending, but the beginning of the life you've always deserved.